from the El Oso album. Soul Coughing. It's misinformed about your intentions. Good morning, and thank you for being here today. On this Wednesday afternoon commute, my name is Jeff Jeffries, and good afternoon. Good afternoon to you chatters. D-Rock is here. Good morning, cool dude. Thanks for joining us, all you lurkers as well out there in YouTube land and Twitch land. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon for your afternoon commute here in Metro Vancouver. Looks to me like it is starting out like it is regularly starting out. Very busy near the school zones as it often gets here at this time of the day. So, of course, be aware of that as you make your way around town. Couple of things to tell you about right now. There's actually some out-of-town highway stuff to get into. There's 3 highway alerts right now. And get this, the Coquihalla Highway, the highway stretch between Hope and Princeton via the Alliston Pass, and the Okanagan Connector between Merritt and Kelowna. Guess what I'm going to say here? Wet snow is going to fall through that entire region from tonight right until Thursday morning. And that could cause some accumulation on those highways. So, maybe you were smart and didn't take your winter tires off your vehicle as soon as April 30th rolled around. Maybe, just maybe, you can still brave those highways. If you can't, just please watch your driving conditions as you make your way up the Coquihalla Highway and the stretch of Highway 3 and the stretch of the OKC. Like I said, those are going to see some snow from now until Thursday morning. So there you go if you're traveling on those out-of-town highways. We'll get into that more in depth coming up a little bit later on. We'll also see what's going on with the weather forecast for Metro Vancouver. That is on the way in mere seconds, so please... Oh, the music. That is coming the way in mere seconds, so please stay tuned for that. And what else are we going to do? Oh, yeah, the Ferry and Border Report as we're getting midweek here, my friends, as we're getting midweek here. So there we go. As it stands now, as I'm having a look at the social media sites, I don't see much of a big delay at this point on much of the social media sites. The last problem reported on the social media sites was about 2 hours ago on the Lougheed Highway between Mission and Maple Ridge, right through the... It looks like the Wannet or the Silvermere Lake area is where this thing was. Near 287th. It looks like it's just regular volume congestion for now. And that was, like I said, 2 hours ago. So that's long gone. Everything else looks like it's mostly fine here. So no reports of any stalls or crashes. It looks like our Wednesday commute has started off pretty normally. So that is fantastic. There we go. Once again, thanks for joining me here both on YouTube and Twitch. You can catch Road Traffic on Vancouver on both of those platforms. And thinking about stretching out to Kick and other podcast platforms as well. I'm wondering if maybe Apple Music will take me. That would be kind of cool. I'm not sure about their live stuff, though. I don't know how Apple Music, if they do live stuff. Because really the key to this podcast is me being live in Metro Vancouver. I can't pre-tape this. This has to be like me off the cuff. So there you go. So with that, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with the major route report right now. Was I off the cuff this morning? Yes. Well, kind of. I was kind of off the cuff this morning. I did sit down and write out a few situations of what would happen this morning. None of them that I had would actually prepare me for what actually happened. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, check the VOD from earlier. There you go. All right, let's get to that major route report. We'll start off with the Upper Levels Highway, which is actually in very good shape this afternoon. You look very good on the Upper Levels Highway, eastbound from Horseshoe Bay, all the way down to just around Lynn Valley Road. And after that, you're a little bit busy coming down after Lynn Valley Road and heavy from Mountain Highway right to the Ironworkers. But it's actually way better than it was yesterday, that's for sure. Westbound traffic up the cut is fine all the way to Horseshoe Bay. I don't see much of a delay on the Upper Levels Highway at all. Now, the Lionsgate Bridge at this point is a tiny bit busy, that Lionsgate Bridge. Just having a quick glance right now at the lane configuration for that span, and that has you 2 lanes north, 1 lane south, obviously with the southbound traffic steady the whole way across. No problems at all through the Stanley Park Causeway, though, and looks like you're not too bad on Georgia, just a little bit busy through the lights, and that seems to be about it. Cambie Street Bridge is steady southbound right now, leaving town. That's because of the road construction there. You're not too bad at the Granville Street Bridge at this point. Burrard Street Bridge picking up its volume thanks to the lights at Cornwall. But, yeah. After that, you're okay into Kitts. Kitts is kind of busy both directions near 4th Street, so watch out. Let's jump back onto the Upper Levels Highway here, where traffic at this point, once you get onto the Ironworkers, is steady southbound right into Vancouver. Northbound across the Ironworkers is fine. Cassiar Tunnel delays right now, south/eastbound into Vancouver and through into Burnaby. That continues steady volume packets all the way up to basically the Burnaby Lake stretch, but that is all just afternoon congestion at this point. Westbound traffic right now is not a problem from Coquitlam all the way to the North Shore. You guys are fine. Hastings Street, a little bit busy through Vancouver into Burnaby between Nanaimo and Willingdon, and then after that, just steady through the light systems to the Barnett Highway. Lougheed Highway through Burnaby right now is busy through their light systems between Boundary and Hold'em. That's mostly due to road work, and after that, busy near Gallardy Way, and then through Coquitlam. The Lougheed Highway doesn't really get too crazy until about Brunette, where you're a little bit slow down to the hill towards Schoolhouse. And then from basically Lougheed Highway, from United, all the way up to just around, call that Como Lake Avenue. That seems to be okay, just some heavy, steady volume, and that's about it. Some busy delays right now as you make your way towards the Coquitlam Center in all directions, so that's just the volume around Coquitlam Center at this point. A little bit busy through Coquitlam on the Lougheed Highway, or Port Coquitlam right now on the Lougheed Highway, between Coquitlam Center and the Pitt River Bridge. Between Shaughnessy and Westwood is where it's most busiest, so watch out for that. The Maryhill bypass through Poco isn't that bad eastbound today. Westbound sees more delays near the lights, but that seems to be about it. Pitt River Bridge itself is fine once you're on the span. You're busy in Pitt Meadows both ways on the Lougheed Highway near Old Dude Needs Trunk. I'll get back to that in just a second, because I'm way over here. I should be down near the Mission Bridges right now, or the, that's not the Mission Bridges. What city is that? It's very flat. They have a lot of farmland. Barry's Bait and Tackle. Richmond! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Is Barry's Bait and Tackle still a thing? Out of curiosity. The Richmond-Vancouver connections, busy right now on Granville Street, basically both directions at this point, between 4th Avenue and 70th Avenue, through all the light systems. You name it, it's busy down Granville. Also busy northbound across the Arthur Lang Bridge, and busy on Russ Baker Way north from the Flight Path Park. So northbound traffic from Richmond into Vancouver, pretty big. Pretty bad. Southbound across the span, once you're on it, is good, but you just have to get to it off of Granville. That's kind of a trick right now. Same kind of story from Oak Street southbound right now. Very heavy between 57th and 70th. That's due to road work. And because of this, the Oak Street Bridge itself, suspiciously quiet. No real big delays. There's road work on Knight Street right now in Vancouver between 61st and 63rd Avenue. That does cause delays across the Knight Street Bridge from north of Cambie all the way to 57th in Vancouver. Southbound traffic kind of busy between 57th and Mitchell Island. So, yep, there you go. Busy right now on the east-west connector eastbound from before Night all the way past 6th Road. That's just merge traffic at this point. Cambie southbound is very busy already from Bridgeport. That's because of, I guess, merge traffic as well. Other than that, the east-west connector is east-west connecting nicely. Eastbound Westminster Highway busy from, call that, well, where Barry's Bait and Tackle should be? Uh-oh. Might have answered my own question. Oh, there it is. Phew. Okay, anyways, no, it's not where Barry's Bait and Tackle is. It's actually where Katner Road is, right by the, I guess that's the Russian school. So be aware of that eastbound on Westminster Highways and make your way towards that Nelson. Massey Tunnel southbound 99 is very busy from Westminster Highway right into the tube. I don't think they flipped the counterflow just yet. Northbound traffic is not bad on the 99 out of Delta into Richmond, just steady into the tube, and that's all. Pretty problem-free around the Alex Fraser Bridge. It's busy on 72nd Avenue eastbound right now from 112th all the way to Scott Road, but there's lots of schools in that area, so that's probably why. No problems across the Alex Fraser as mentioned. Queensborough traffic getting busy on both sides here. Not too bad northbound onto the Queensborough Bridge into New Westminster. You guys are slow from the house on-ramp as you make your way onto the deck. So that's busy but not bad. The other problem would be on Marine Way in Burnaby. This is eastbound. It's not really a problem. It's all just congestion. It's been like this a lot for the last weekend or so. Probably more because I'm not used to the afternoon traffic conditions, but you are busy. Eastbound on Marine Way from Burn Road. Westbound traffic is slow on Stewartson from the Paper Mill, and 20th down the hill is backing up here from north of 8th Avenue, so getting busy around the Queensborough Bridge. Busiest areas in New Westminster right now would be three of them. Canada Way, both ways approaching 8th Street. 8th Avenue, both ways approaching 8th Street. And Royal Avenue, eastbound, making your way towards the City Hall stretch, where you're backing up from 10th Street. 8th and 10th are dealing with school traffic at this point. Royal Avenue dealing with a lot of truck traffic, and you'd have delays along Columbia and front downtown. But that's all just congestion. Really busy down McBride right now from 10th Avenue right to the Patello Bridge, but once you're on the Patello, it is fine. I don't see much of a delay on the Surrey side. Not really on King George Bridgeview or Scott Road, but it is busy on the 17 from 124th right to Bridgeview, and that's just big trucks. All right, we documented the Lougheed Highway, and did we do the Maryhill Bypass? Yes, we did. The Pittsburgh Bridge is fine. We did that. Steady on the Lougheed Highway through Pitt Meadows from before Harris up to Old Dewdney Trunk. It's getting very busy north across the Golden Ears Bridge, and I see a construction icon northbound across it. What a terrible time for construction. You guys are getting busy from the 201st on-ramp, so watch out for that delay. Through New Westminster, Lougheed Highway is very busy eastbound from Golden Ears Way all the way essentially to 216th. Westbound through the lights are busy through that stretch as well. Also busy on Golden Ears Way east from 203rd right to 210th, and that's just normal stuff because those two lanes squeeze into one through that area. Dewdney Trunk itself, busy essentially here. Dewdney Trunk essentially between, well, we'll call that 248th and 207th, guys, and that's just congestion making your way through downtown downtown Maple Ridge and the school zones through those areas. So watch out for that one as you make your way along Dewdney Trunk. The Lougheed through Haney is not bad, a little bit busy near 116th, but that's it. Kanaka Way all the way to Wannock is fine, and then through Wannock into Ruskin, you guys are steady, but mostly okay. Ruskin into Silverdale into Mission, pretty good along the Lougheed Highway. The volume delay around Highway 11 is northbound, steady at the south end of the Mission Bridge out of Matsqui. That's due to the temporary plates at both ends. Then it gets really heavy from the London Avenue overpass up to the Cedar Valley Connector, and that's probably and most likely due to just congestion through that area, as the Mission Bridge is not that big. Not too bad through Abbotsford. Looks pretty normal to me through Abbotsford right now. Highway 1 traffic at this point, pretty busy eastbound between 208th and Glover Road as you bottleneck and lose the HOV lane, and then you're busy eastbound again from 248th up to Bradner, and then again between Sumas and Castle Fun Park, and that's all just the road expansion, guys, so heads up through that area. By the way, Fraser Highway, look at the Surrey Fleetwood area. Forget about it. 88th Avenue westbound's lining up from the Serpentine River all the way up to 152nd. That is a stupid long way. Fraser Highway in the Fleetwood area is stupid. 152 southbound is lining up here pretty much from Guildford Mall all the way to Fraser Highway. 96th Avenue is crazy. 160th Avenue crazy. This is a lot of school traffic and construction, guys. Avoid this one if you can. Whew. Holy cow. Busy in Surrey today, my friends. Give yourself lots of extra time. If you're traveling through Surrey, what's Surrey's slogan? Does Surrey have a slogan? New West is the Royal City. Richmond's the Garden City. Port Moody is the City of the Arts. What's Surrey? And whatever you're thinking of typing in that seems to be fun right now. I don't know. I think I had my head turned there. Cool, dude. I had to pull over, but I have a tip. 99 south of the curve at the Serpentine River Bridge. Left lane has some cones, delineators on the left shoulder. Visual distraction, but it comes at you if you're not careful. Gotcha. Right around here. Delineators, cones. Off to the shoulder, watch out. Don't try to cut their motorcycles. All right, we mentioned earlier that there were 3 highway alerts on the out-of-town highways. The Coquihalla Highway, the Highway 3 stretch in Allison Pass, and the Okanagan Connector between Merritt and Kelowna, all going to see some wet snow and flurries tonight on the mountain passes. All of them. So roads may become slippery due to wet snow or slush. Please prepare to adjust your driving conditions, of course. Watch for wild animals, too. As we got some Coquihalla Highway, Highway 3, and 97C snowfall here in mid-May. Yikes. Told you, they can change in a second. Those weather conditions. Okay. Let's get in now to the border crossing. No border, no ferry. It's ferry crossing time. Ferry crossing time. Haven't done the ferries yet. Let's get into it right now. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Next sailing is going to be for them at 4:20. That's 77% sold. The 5:30 at 12%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is going to be for 3:15. That one just about to leave. Should have leaving right now. That one's 90% sold. The 5:25 at 35% for the moment. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing. That one is 3:45. That one's sold out. The 6:35 at 48%. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing for them is 3:20. That one's leaving in a couple of moments. 85% sold. The 5:55 also 85%. Moving off to Tawasin. If you're going to Nanaimo via Tawasin, looks like their next sailing is going to be at 3:15, which has just shoved off. That's good news. They're 5:45 at 90%. Duke Point to Tawasin, next sailing at 3:15, hasn't quite left yet. That one is 92% sold. The 5:45 here at 85%. Tawasin to Swartz Bay, off to Victoria today. Looks to me like they have a 5 p.m. sailing that's completely sold out. The 7 o'clock run at 85%. Swartz Bay to Tawasin, their 5 o'clock run at 90% sold. Their 7 o'clock sailing at 91% for the moment. If you're traveling into Washington State today and decided to take the Peace Arch crossing, well, we prepare to wait for about 40 to 45 minutes. They're lined up well north of the arch, almost to the duty free at this point. So Peace Arch crossing southbound, kind of busy. Their Nexus line seems okay, though. Northbound passage at the Peace Arch, about 10 to 15 minutes. Pack Highway crossings 5 to 10 in both directions. Sumas north and south 5 to 10 in both directions. And the Aldergrove, the Aldergrove? Yeah, the Aldergrove crossing, 5 to 10 there in both directions. Border wait times are estimates. They always change. I should do the commercial vehicles. 15 minutes southbound for the commercial vehicles at Pack Highway. Whoa, northbound commercial travelers, 45 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, and yes, they change all the time. Delineators near the Serpentine River Bridge off to the left. Don't hug the line. And see that bump, 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 bump after you hit them all. And maybe there's a metal pole in one of them. That would be awful. So watch out for that. I don't have really any stalls or crashes on the major routes right now. It is so very heavy right now trying to get towards the Patillo Bridge. McBride southbound on New West, lining up off of 10th Avenue. Very busy eastbound along 10th Avenue, making your way through the Mercer Stadium area. That's all the school traffic, guys. So give yourself some time through New West right now. Watch out for the road work in Vancouver on Knight between 63rd and 61st Avenue. That will affect traffic across the Knight Street Bridge in both directions, and even getting to it up the Vancouver side and the Victoria Fraser View area. So watch out for that delay along Night, of course. And it looks like everything else, just congestion delays for now around Metro Vancouver. We'll get into it mostly with the major route report coming up in a couple of seconds. Before we get to any of that, though, it's time once again to get to the Vancouver weather update. And today we'll get a mix of sun and cloud with a chance of showers. We've already gotten that. Mainly cloudy skies tonight with another chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms this evening. Lows dipping down to just around 6. We'll get a mix of sun and cloud for Thursday. Highs up to just around 16. Friday looks like clouds, highs around 15. Sun and cloud for Saturday. Rain for Sunday. Showers for Monday. Highs for those 3 days between 15 and 18 degrees. Right now outside YVR, it's 16 degrees, partly cloudy. You're on Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Thank you very much for being here today. So far, so good on the major routes. All we got is afternoon congestion at this point, and it is all just busy right now. I am seeing that volume delay right now on 176 at Fraser Highway. Normally, I'd like to write this off as just volume congestion, but I am noticing that crash icon there, so we can't exactly just write it off as just congestion. What we can do, though, What we can do, though, is we can check out what's actually going on through that area via the camera shot on Fraser Highway at 176. So let's go do it. Let's do it, Jeff. Do it. Okay, here we go. This is the first one, which doesn't really show us anything at this point. Just volume delays trying to go south right now. This one. Oop. We'll get rid of that. Let's just have a quick glance here. That would probably be what it is. There is definitely road work going on right now. There's definitely road work going on right now eastbound, for sure. There's definitely cones and stuff affecting traffic, maybe even westbound as well, as they expand that stretch of the Fraser Highway. So watch out for that. That's probably due to the SkyTrain stuff. So there we go. So that's probably part of the reason for it is all the road work. It's mainly affecting eastbound traffic, but it looks like it's affecting north and southbound traffic, because I'm pretty sure northbound's got that right turn lane restricted as well. So watch out for that one as you travel through Surrey. Okay. We are going to take a quick little break here. When we come back from that quick little break, we're going to see what's going on with those major routes. Once again, you're on Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute, Jeff Jeffries. Thank you very much for being here. See you guys soon in a couple seconds. Hold on. All right, we are back. Road Traffic Vancouver here. On a Wednesday afternoon, traffic around Metro Vancouver seeing its regular volume patterns, maybe a little bit busier as the after school time here drags on. So if you're traveling through a school zone, of course, watch yourself as you make your way through school zones. Be cautious. There might be a crash here, 176 southbound at Fraser Highway. I'm actually willing to bet that this is road work at this point, affecting the northbound right lane, and that just causes a ripple effect for the surrounding area. And this has been doing this for a long time. Pretty sure it's all due to the SkyTrain construction, so be aware of that. If you're making your way through Surrey along the 176 both ways near Fraser Highway, it's still very busy through Surrey on Highway 10 between King George Boulevard and 176 as well. Fraser Highway is also very busy through the Fleetwood area near 152. 152 is just terrible. So is 160th and 88th Avenue. So give yourself lots of extra time through Surrey right now, especially as the after-school folk make their way home right now. Everything else around Metro Vancouver seems to be just congestion delays as well. Busy in the Marpole area of Vancouver on Oak southbound, pretty heavy and steady from 49th Avenue to 70th. The closer you get to 70th, the busier it gets. Part of the reason here is the road work through this stretch, so watch out for that. It's also very busy on Granville both directions between the Granville Street Bridge and the Arthur Lang Bridge. That's all just volume delays afternoon here onto Granville Street. It gets very busy up and down that area as well, so avoid that one too. If we missed anything, if there's anything new for us, please hit us up via the internet here. Yes, the future lives here. The chat box on Twitch, the chat box on YouTube. You can also just hit us up on X at Twitch Traffic as well. We can get all your information there too. I don't want your information. You can just tell me what you know on the roads. I don't actually want yours. I don't want actually your SIM card. I don't care. I'm not going to actually ask for that. It's not what I do. All right. Programming note here. Doing the softball thing today. I'm coaching my daughter's softball team today. So we are going to probably end the stream just around 5 o'clock once again today, just because. But hopefully we should get you through most of the Metro Vancouver traffic. Let's go right now. Let's go to the major route report. We'll start off with the Upper Levels Highway, which isn't bad from Horseshoe Bay up towards like 15th. That's eastbound. Eastbound does get steady though from 15th, pretty much in pockets all the way to Lynn Valley Road. We're heavy from Lynn Valley Road all the way down into the cut here, and that looks like afternoon traffic is starting to build on the Upper Levels Highway eastbound, so watch out for that. Up the cut, you're fine. On the Upper Levels Highway westbound, you're fine as well. No real big delays. Now that West Vancouver traffic is busy down the streets like 15th and Mathers. That's all due to the school traffic there. Mathers eastbound between 15th and like Brayside is pretty busy as well. Taylor Way is busy from the Upper Levels Highway down towards the Park Royal Mall there. It is busy on Marine Drive eastbound from Park Royal all the way up onto the Lionsgate Bridge. 2 lanes north, 1 lane south, by the way, across that Lionsgate Bridge. Traffic out of North Vancouver because of that. Not bad down Cap Road. Some steady volume from Fullerton, but that's about it. Marine Drive west is steady from Pemberton, but nothing too terrible. Like I mentioned, the Upper Levels Highway is pretty busy towards the Ironworkers. The Ironworkers right now is pretty heavy down the cut, pretty steady south across the span, and busy right now on Highway 1 through Burnaby, or through Vancouver into Burnaby. And that's all just congestion at this point. Downtown bridges aren't too bad right now. Canby, Granville, or Burrard, all being seeing some sort of volume at this point. Except for the Granville Street Bridge. Granville Street Bridge is the best one. Burrard Street Bridge seeing some delays thanks to the lights at Cornwall. Canby Street Bridge seeing some small delays thanks to their road work. But all in all, mostly fine at this point. Traffic out of Vancouver, my suggestion to you right now would probably be Hastings if you're leaving Vancouver. You are busy between Victoria and Renfrew, but it's much better than 1st Avenue and Broadway and 12th leading on to Grandview and Kingsway and, well, King Ed and 41st. Hastings is probably your best bet at this point. Once you get into Burnaby, Hastings does seem a little bit busy right now, from before Boundary up to Willingdon and steady after that all the way to the Barnett Highway, but that's okay. It's better than the Lougheed through Burnaby, which is kind of busy at this point between Boundary and we'll call that Delta Avenue, and then pretty heavy actually at this point from, well, just after Lake City going all the way up to just around Gallardi, so watch out for that slowdown as well. Barnett Highway before we leave Burnaby going into Port Moody, that seems to be about fine. Lougheed through Coquitlam, a little bit steady right now from Brunette all the way down to Schoolhouse and back again, but it's actually not that bad. It's actually busier on the Lougheed Highway through Coquitlam between United and we'll call that Como Lake here. That's all just congestion delays as the Tri-City folk make their way home. Eastbound traffic or westbound traffic a little bit slow from Coquitlam Center to the United stretch as well, but that's all the light stretches. Speaking of busy through the lights, oh my god, through Port Coquitlam, the Lougheed Highway is all busy through the lights from Coquitlam Center to the Pitt Bridge and back again. I'm not really seeing any clear way through Poco at this point. Maybe eastbound on the Maryhill Bypass. They're actually pretty good today. Eastbound on the Maryhill Bypass from United all the way in towards like Pittsford Road. You get steady down the hill there, but that volume will just continue past the lights, and that's about it. The busiest delays on the Maryhill Bypass is actually westbound right now, as you guys are pretty slow and backed up from basically just around Kingsway all the way to Shaughnessy. So heads up there for now. Let's go way back over into Richmond. The Oak Street Bridge is fine once you're on the span and out of the Marpole stretch. You are doing okay across the Arthur Lang right now, just busy on Granville Street, like I mentioned, between Kerrisdale and Marpole, and even beyond that. And because of the road work on Knight Street going on between 61st and 63rd Avenue, traffic is very busy southbound on Knight out of Vancouver into Richmond and northbound out of Richmond into Vancouver. Yeah, pick your poison here, guys. All of it's not exactly great. Okay. East-west connector. Mostly fine. What there is, we have volume delays eastbound, though, right now, from basically the 99 off-ramp going all the way up to the 6th Road on-ramp. So be aware of that one of the east-west connector eastbound. Westbound is actually fine. No real big delays as far as I can tell. Out of Richmond, southbound 99, counterflow could come in any time now, and I think it is. And traffic is pretty busy, essentially from the 91 all the way down in towards the Massey Tunnel and busy through the tube right in towards Delta here. After that, you're pretty busy on the 99 south, just near the 91 interchange, but I'm pretty sure that's all just congestion right now as you're making your way through that area of Delta. Alex Fraser Bridge, good to go both directions. No real big delays. It is a little bit busy trying to get onto the Annacis Channel Bridge, but I think that's all just congestion at this point. Queensboro traffic is very busy right now. We guys have lineups on the 91A northbound from the Howes off-ramp to the Howes on-ramp, steady north across the span. Marine Way out of Burnaby is very busy eastbound, from Burn Road all the way up towards the Queensboro Bridge. Westbound traffic lining up pretty solid here from before the paper mill. Right to the Queensboro Cloverleaf, 20th down the hill, backing up onto Southridge, and 10th Avenue heads up there. Traveling through New Westminster right now, it's very busy along Royal Avenue, both directions, making your way to and from City Hall here, so watch out. It's also very busy on 8th Street, north and south, basically between 10th and 5th Avenue, so watch out for that delay. That's all school traffic. 6th Avenue, both directions approaching 8th. 8th Avenue, both directions approaching 8th. 10th Avenue, both directions approaching Canada Way, all very busy, all thanks to that school traffic. Give yourself some time through New West. Also give yourself some time down McBride. Southbound traffic here is slow in pockets from just down that hill at 10th Avenue going all the way up to Royal Avenue, so heads up there. The Patello Bridge, once you're on it, is fine. The Surrey side, not bad along King George. Not bad along Bridgeview, not bad along Scott Road. You guys are busy on Highway 17 eastbound right now from basically Tannery all the way to Bridgeview, but I'm pretty sure that's just construction and big trucks. We did the whole Lougheed Highway through the Tri-City thing, so we're good to go there. The Pitt River Bridge at this point, steady eastbound at the east end as you make your way towards Old Duty Trunk, and then the Lougheed Highway East is also busy from Allen Way all the way essentially into Maple Ridge, essentially 2 pockets all the way to 216th, so watch yourself as you make your way along the Lougheed. Just give yourself time there. I don't see much of a delay westbound of the Lougheed through Maple Ridge from 216th up into Maple Ridge, just up to Pitt Meadows, pardon me, but that's all just congestion delays. So that's just the lights, and that's all. Golden Ears Bridge is very busy northbound today, and I have a sneaking suspicion they're doing like bridge washing or something. Northbound traffic lining up here off the Port Kells and Langley side. Eastbound traffic Golden Ears Way lining up before you even get onto the span. You have delays right now on 201st northbound, trying to make your way here north of 96th Avenue, so watch out for that one if you're making your way onto the Golden Ears Bridge. The Haney Bypass is busy eastbound right now, making your way towards the museum, but that is all just congestion. You do have delays right now through Wannick and Ruskin thanks to their road expansion, but nothing too terrible. Okay through Silverdale, not bad through Mission. Just a little bit busy northbound across the Mission Bridge heading towards the Cedar Valley Connector thanks to the road work on the Mission Bridge and the congestion delays heading underneath the London Avenue overpass. Traffic around the Portman Bridge has eastbound delays out of Coquitlam, essentially from like North Road all the way to the Portman Bridge. Just some pockets of volume, and steady after that all the way to 152. After that, Highway 1 eastbound is busy from 192 all the way up towards Glover Road as everybody jockeys to the loss of the HOV lane. After that, road expansion affecting traffic near 264th. Then again, near the Bradner Rest area. Not only eastbound traffic, but westbound traffic through that stretch as well. So give yourself lots of extra time. All right. Shout out to YouTube. Nice to be in there. Much appreciated. Shout out to the users in Twitch, lurkers, and all. You guys are awesome. Thanks for keeping Twitch traffic Rove traffic Vancouver going. If you're on the stream right now on Twitch, you haven't followed the stream, please follow the stream. You can hit that subscribe button as well. If you are on YouTube at the moment, thanks for being on YouTube. All you got to do is hit that like button. Let's get my YouTube numbers up. Let's do it. There was an emergency test of the BC alarm system today. That happened just before 2 o'clock. Did you get it? Did you briefly get scared? I did. But we are all fine. We are all fine. Out-of-town highway is not quite fine. The Coquihalla Highway, Highway 3 through the Allison Pass, and the Okanagan Connector heading towards Kelowna. All through the passes, all going to see snow. Yes, snow. Going to see some slippery sections, so if you're traveling on the out-of-town passes from now until tomorrow morning, be on your guard. So those are the weather warnings. Watch out for the wildlife as well. Wildlife still prevalent on the out-of-town highways. It is springtime out there as well as winter. So watch for the out-of-town highway wildlife as you make your way around town as well. All right, let's get into the BC Ferry report. BC Ferry report right now. Tsawwassen to Swartz Bay is the next first one we'll go to. Their next sailing is going to be 5 o'clock. That's sold out. The 7 o'clock at 85% sold. Swartz Bay to Tsawwassen next sailing. That one's going to be 5 o'clock at 91%. They're 7 o'clock at 92% for now. Let's go to Tsawwassen to Duke Point, 5:45 run, 91%, 8:15, 68. Duke Point to Tsawwassen. Their next sailing is going to be 5:45 at 90%. They're 8:15 at 54 for now. Move off to Horseshoe Bay. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Have a 420 boat. It's 88% sold. The 530 is 17%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is going to be 3:15. That one has not left yet, and now suddenly 20 minutes behind schedule? 25 minutes behind schedule? So that's 91% sold. The 525 right now at 35. They were having this problem yesterday, too. So watch out for that for the Langdale to Horseshoe Bay run. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. Did I do that one yet? Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. 3:45. That one's leaving in a few minutes. It's sold out. The 635 is 58%. And looks like the 555 run from Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, that one is 85% sold for the now. Border lineups, I'll give a 7 out of 10 for the border lineup today. The one you want to avoid at this point would be Peace Arch crossing southbound Peace Arch. Last I looked was a 45 minutes. It doesn't seem like that line has budged very much. It's holding steady at around 45 minutes, so watch out for that southbound of the Peace Arch. Northbound Peace Arch, 10 to 15. Pack Highway southbound right now. We'll call that about a 15-minute wait south for them. Northbound traffic, I'll call that, well, not even a 15-minute wait south. Let's call this one a 10-minute wait south of the Pack Highway. Northbound 5 to 10 minutes there as well. Alder Grove north to south 5 to 10. Sumas north and south 5 to 10. Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, there's your 10 to 15-minute wait. Northbound commercial travelers about 15 to 20. Border wait times are estimates, of course, and yes, they change all the time. All right, so far so good this afternoon. No reports of any stalls or crashes right now. Just a lot of volume delays. Highway 1 eastbound right now out of North Vancouver from Lynn Valley Road all the way across the Ironworkers through Vancouver into Burnaby, all the way to midway through the Burnaby Lake stretch. It's a long, slow, steady crawl, and I'm hoping that's all just afternoon traffic at this point. Very busy right now at both sides of the Queensboro, especially on the north side. Stewartson Way westbound slow from before 5th. Marine Way eastbound slow from basically Burn Road, 28th down the hill, backing up onto Southridge, which is backed up from before you even get to that SkyTrain overpass thing there. So watch out for that one. As you make your way around Southridge, drive off of Burn. That's not exactly the shortcut you think it is right now. So heads up there, east-west connector eastbound is pretty slow at this point from just after 5 Road, steady all the way to the S-curve. Some westbound delays as you approach the S-curve as well. And looks like there's all that roadwork in Vancouver on night between 63rd and 61st Avenue. That will affect traffic both directions in Vancouver along Night and also on the Night Street Bridge as well. So watch yourself as you travel through there. All right, Vancouver weather looks like a mix, mainly cloudy skies tonight with a chance of showers and even a risk of thunderstorms this evening, with lows dipping down to 6. Looks like Thursday looks like a chance of showers for the morning, and then looks like a mix of sun and cloud the rest of the way. Looks like highs of 16. Friday, clouds, highs of 18. Saturday, clouds, highs of 18. Sunday looks like rain, highs of 16. Right now outside YVR, partly cloudy skies and 16 degrees. All right. How about that 20 minutes rifling through just like that? My goodness, time flies when you have fun. This is Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every day at 3 p.m. Don't you dare miss it. Also, don't forget on the stream we do the gaming and roleplay stuff like that in the morning. Fun morning this morning. Thanks to everybody involved. Good times, good times. Check out the VOD if you haven't checked out the VOD yet. We'll take a quick break right now, and when we come back from that break, we're going to see what's going on with the major routes once again, and see if there's any incidents around Vancouver to talk about, too. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. We are back with more in a little over 2 minutes. Please, hold tight. All right, coming up on 4 o'clock here Pacific time, I am Jeff Jeffries. Time actually is 3:43. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you, everybody, for taking part in this morning. Thank you for taking part in the afternoon. Can't do this, don't do this without you guys, so appreciate every single one of you. If you're on YouTube, thank you very much for being on YouTube. Hit that like button. Beat that algorithm. If you are on Twitch at this point, if you haven't followed already, please do so. If you've already followed, consider subscriptions. If you've got subscriptions, consider gifting subscriptions and really helping the channel out. Remember, you Amazon Prime members, you Twitch Amazon Prime members. If you link your account to Twitch, you get that one free Twitch subscription a month. So go use that on your favorite small streamer. That would be, yes, me, yours truly. All right, I have a new problem out there as we were scanning the internet. It sounds like it's a new vehicle crash. Highway 1 eastbound before Gallardi Way has got the right lane blocked off. Traffic is now already lined up. It has been lined up for a bit now. Now it's really lined up here from Lynn Valley Road all the way across the Ironworkers, through Vancouver, through Burnaby, right towards this crash in the right lane on Highway 1 eastbound. So, yeah, there's a long, steady line of traffic. Give yourself plenty of time there off the North Shore in towards Burnaby. Yikes. If only there was a third North Shore bridge to avoid all that. Right between Kate's Park and Barnett Marine Park. Right across that way. Connect to the Barnett Highway. You know? Anybody? No, nobody? Okay. Anyways, Highway 1 is very busy eastbound at this point from Lynn Valley Road all the way across the bridge deck right in towards that Burnaby Lake stretch, so watch out for those delays as you travel through the area. What else to tell you about? That's the only incident on the go right now. It sucks at Fraser Highway at 176. Coming down the hill, making your way north on 176 and south on 176, and even eastbound traffic is garbage. It's a road work at that intersection right now, and that's just causing to the issues. So watch out for that through Surrey. It's also busy at the top of the hill on Fraser Highway between basically the Langley Bypass and 184. So watch out for those big delays as well. And also on the Fraser Highway, essentially between 168th and the Green Timber stretch, things are very busy there as well, all thanks to the extra congestion. Should probably mention that the Green Timber stretch has Fraser Highway shut down between 96th and 140th, and that's for SkyTrain station construction. If I missed anything out there, my friends, you know what to do. You can hit us up via the socials on X or YouTube or Twitch. All right. Major route report time. Let's go off to that Upper Levels Highway. It's not bad right now, the Upper Levels Highway. At least between Taylor Way and Horseshoe Bay and back again. Out of West Vancouver, the Upper Levels Highway is fine. Now, West Vancouver does have delays right now on Marine Drive. Eastbound from 18th all the way up towards basically the Ambleside Artificial Turfs, and then again through Park Royal, so watch out for that. Some westbound delays as you make your way towards 18th as well, but I'm pretty sure that's just congestion. Taylor Way, north and south, kind of busy as well up and down that hill. Lots to do with the congestion. Highway 1 eastbound between Taylor Way and Cap Road. Cap Road coming down the hill is busy from Fullerton. Marine Drive, both directions, busy as you make your way onto the Lionsgate Bridge, and heavy south across that Lionsgate Bridge, all thanks to your single lane there. So if you're making your way from the North Shore into downtown Vancouver, obey those signs. They're going to tell you that you're going to have to wait a little bit, and you're going to have to. Now, there is 2 lanes northbound across that Lionsgate Bridge. That means Stanley Park Causeway and downtown Vancouver traffic's not that bad. Stanley Park Causeway is okay. Georgia Street West is actually still kind of busy between Jervis and Denman, though, so beware, of course. Granville Street Bridge looking okay on the span. Not even bad trying to get to and from the Granville Street Bridge today, so you're looking okay. Burrard southbound's affected by the lights at Cornwall, so watch out for that. Canby Street Bridge affected both directions thanks to this road work there, so, watch out for that. All right, back to the Upper Levels Highway we go. It's fine, actually, from the Ironworkers all the way to Horseshoe Bay. Westbound traffic ain't no thing. You're good to go. Eastbound traffic is kind of a different story. Actually, really a different story. You guys are backing up steadily right now from before Lonsdale all the way down past the Lynn Valley Road on-ramp, and then almost halfway down the cut. As soon as you get to about halfway down the cut, you're heavy from there all the way to the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge. Before I continue on to the Ironworkers, I did want to remind you that Main Street is also backing up from just around Lynn Creek, too. And then you're busy across the Ironworkers south. You're busy south to the Cassiar Tunnel. You're busy east in Vancouver on Highway 1, and that's a slow, steady crawl all the way to the Burnaby Lake stretch, all the way through the Burnaby Lake stretch, all the way up to Goularty Way here. There's been a crash on Highway 1 eastbound, blocking off the right lane, and oh, goody. Just cleared it. It's now out of the way. That didn't last very long. Now it's gone and out of the way just in time, although traffic does seem to be still affected by this one. Give yourself plenty of extra time on Highway 1 eastbound right now. Traffic out of Vancouver at this point, also eastbound. Pretty busy along Hastings from Clark pretty much up to Renfrew, and then busy through Burnaby on Hastings from the Cassiar connector all the way up to basically Sperling. So very busy today on Hastings. It's very busy on First Avenue off of Terminal from just after Main Street on to First going all the way to Rupert. Delays right now along Broadway at this point from essentially Blenheim all the way up to Rupert. Like, that's mostly subway traffic and extra traffic out there, but it's that time of day, guys, so give yourself lots of extra time through that area. 12th leading on to Grandview Highway is very heavy at this point. Kingsway is busy from Main Street to Boundary and back again, and 41st Avenue actually the best leaving town. You guys do have some delays to the lights before Canby up towards Lake Elliott, or pardon me, up towards Clarendon, but it's actually okay-ish. There you go. Southbound delays, Granville's just a mess, as it usually is, from the Granville Street Bridge down to 70th and back again, so watch out for that. Oak's busy in a couple of spots in the Shaughnessy area and at King Ed, and then again southbound to the Marpole stretch between 57th and 70th. No real big delays northbound to the Marpole stretch, so Canby's busy near 41st, Maine's busy between basically 33rd and 49th, Fraser's a little bit busy near 49th, and Knight's dealing with its roadwork between 61st and 63rd Avenue, which does affect both directions, not only out of Vancouver on Knight, but both directions on that Knight Street Bridge, and yes, both directions on the Knight Street Bridge are kind of busy, especially northbound as you're lining up here from before Bridgeport all the way essentially to 57th. Whew. Southeast Marine Drive west is slow from Victoria, east is slow from Fraser, heads up there. Despite the lineups in the Marpole stretch on Oak, the Oak Street Bridge itself is suspiciously quiet. No big delays. And southbound, you're steady across the Arthur Lang. No real big delays northbound across the Arthur Lang. The biggest delay off of Sea Island is Sea Island way onto the Moray Bridge, but I'm pretty sure that bridge is swung out and waiting for a boat or something to go through. East-west connector, steady westbound from the Annis's Channel all the way up to basically 6th Road. Eastbound's busy at this point, off the 99 all the way past 6th Road, but I'm hoping that's all just merge traffic. Southbound 99, heavy and steady here from Westminster Highway all the way to the Massey Tunnel, despite the 3 lanes. 1 lane northbound, pretty damn busy at this point, from south of 17A into the Tube. That's out of Delta, and speaking out of Delta, 99 southbound right now, busy from the 17A, essentially all the way into Mud Bay. I guess it's all just congestion out there, guys. Give yourself time. Is it raining out there? It might be raining out there. Still some time through the area, please. All right. What else to tell you about? Alex Fraser Bridge, not bad. Northbound on the 91 to the Delta is steady on from 72nd up onto the deck. But once you're on the deck, you're fine. No problem southbound across that. Or Alex Fraser Bridge. You guys look pretty good around the Queensboro. No, let's take that back. It's not that great around the Queensboro Bridge. You guys are pretty busy at this point around the Queensboro here. That has some delays. Northbound on the 91A, steady from the pedestrian overpass, heavy from before the Howes off-ramp, right up on towards the Howes on-ramp, and steady northbound across the span. The new west side of the Queensboro Bridge is garbage. The Burnaby side of the Queensboro Bridge is garbage. It's very busy on Marineway eastbound from before Burn. Westbound delays right now are pretty busy on Stewartson Way from just after 3rd. 28th down the hill is still backing up onto Southridge, and Southridge is still backing up here from just around. Well, the SkyTrain goes over top here, so lots of really big delays here trying to get around the Queensboro Bridge. 10th Avenue, pretty busy both directions between Canada Way, and I'm going to call it Cumberland here, so watch out. 8th Avenue approaching 8th Street, 6th Avenue approaching 8th Street, 8th Street north and south between basically 10th Avenue and Queens Avenue, pretty busy there too, watch out. East-West Royal Avenue, pretty busy. Front Street's pretty busy both ways near Begbie, and then again eastbound from the Patillo Bridge up onto that East Columbia split, and East Columbia through New West, it's busy downtown, but not bad. All right. Let's go down to the Patillo Bridge, where McBride southbound is lining up pretty solid from halfway down the hill between 10th and 8th all the way pretty much up to the Patillo Bridge. But once you're on that span, you're fine. You're not that bad on the Surrey side, at least on routes like Scott Road or King George trying to get towards the Patillo Bridge. It is very busy, though, on Highway 17 eastbound from, looks like, just around Tannery all the way to Bridgeview, but I'm pretty sure that's construction and narrow lanes. We documented the Lougheed Highway, did we, out of Burnaby? Pretty busy at this point. Both directions on the Lougheed between Holdham and Boundary. Then again, eastbound between Underhill and Gallardy. Lougheed through Coquitlam, busy between Brunette and Schoolhouse. And then again, both directions at this point between Pitt River Road and United. And then more eastbound delays approaching Como Lake and Pine Tree. So watch out for that on the Lougheed through Coquitlam. Port Coquitlam traffic, Maryhill bypass, busy eastbound off of United to Shaughnessy, and then steady after that, essentially all the way to Kingsway. Westbound traffic heavy and steady through the light systems, especially from the pedestrian overpass of Shaughnessy, so watch out for that delay as well. Lougheed through Port Coquitlam, pretty heavy both directions between Coast Meridian and Pine Tree, and then steady both ways between the Pitt River Bridge and the Coast Meridian overpass. The Pitt River Bridge itself is in okay shape in both directions. Busy eastbound to the east end, trying to get onto the Lougheed and Pitt Meadows. And the Lougheed through Pitt Meadows is heavy and steady east all the way into Maple Ridge, which is heavy and steady east all the way to 216th. Very busy north across the Golden Ears Bridge this morning, and getting off of it as well. The causeways, both of them, 201st and 199A, both pretty heavy on and off the Queensboro Bridge, so watch out on the Port Kells Langley side. You're steady north all the way across the Queensboro Bridge, and you do have some delays off the Queensboro Bridge onto Dewey Trunk to 203rd. Steady out volume after that, eastbound to 207th, and then busy through downtown Maple Ridge between 222 and 232. Busy on Golden Ears Way off the Golden Ears Bridge all the way up to 210th, so heads up there. And then you have delays on the Lougheed Highway all the way up to pretty much 216th, as mentioned. Then the Haney Bypass, busy eastbound approaching the museum. And then after that, you're busy eastbound as you make your way into Wannock, but that's all due to the road expansion. Busiest traffic right now around the Mission Bridge is northbound at Amatsky. At this point, you're slow from south of Harris all the way across the Mission Bridge, and gets heavier from the London Avenue overpass right to Lougheed Highway. That's all just congestion and construction. Very busy congestion and construction along the Fraser Highway, essentially from 96th Avenue all the way up to 192nd and back again. Fraser Highway's garbage. Surrey Fleetwood area, 152, 96, 160th, 88th, all garbage as well. Highway 10 at this point, busy out of Cloverdale both ways, essentially between 168th and 177B, so watch out for that. Highway 1 traffic eastbound, steady right now at Port Kills, going all the way through Langley to 232 as you bottleneck and lose the HOV lane, then steady volume all the way through Abbotsford, right up past West Clearbrook and in towards McKellen, and that's all due to road expansion. Heads up there. Road expansion causes some westbound delays through town as well, so heads up through the valley. All right, let's get into the out-of-town highways, where, believe it or not, the out-of-town highway is going to be dealing with some snow. Some snow today, so be aware of that one on the out-of-town highways. That would be Highway 5, Highway 3, and the 97C, all at their summits. If you're traveling on the out-of-town highways, watch out, be prepared. Also, on the rest of the out-of-town highways, watch out for wildlife. Don't throw your cigarette butts out the window. All the weather warnings right now out there right now for the out-of-town highways. Be on your guard. BC ferry conditions right now. Tawasin to Swartz Bay. Next sailing for them is going to be at 5 o'clock. That one's sold out. 7 o'clock at 91%. Swartz Bay to Tawasin, next sailing, that's going to be at 5 o'clock as well. That one's spoken for. They're 7 o'clock at 92%. Tawasin to Duke Point, next sailing for them is going to be at 5:45. That's sold out. 8:15 at 70%. Duke Point to Tawasin, 5:45. Pardon me, 90% sold. Looks to me like they're 8:15 at 58% for the moment. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale, next sailing is going to be 4:20. That's 97% sold. The 5:30 at 18%. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing, that one's going to be at 5:25. That one's at 35% sold for now. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, if you're off to Nanaimo that way. 6:35 run half full. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay. Their next sailing is going to be at 5:55. That one's at 85% for now. Still holding steady southbound at the Peace Arch crossing right now. You're still about 40 to 45 minutes south. Northbound's about 10 to 15. So watch out for that. Pack Highway crossing looks pretty good both directions. No delays north and south there. North and south, Alder Grove looks good. Subass north and south, both 5 to 10 minutes as well. Pack Highway commercial vehicles headed south, no waits. Northbound commercial travelers, about 15 to 20 minutes. Border wait times are estimates, of course, and yes, they change all the time. All right, volume delays. There was a quick crash in Burnaby Highway 1 eastbound before Gallardi. That quickly cleared, but all the volume still remains pretty much down the cut from just before Mountain Highway going all the way into the Burnaby Lake stretch, right up towards Kensington or so, and steady after that through the Burnaby Lake stretch. So watch out for that delay. Lots of volume delays out of Vancouver to south on Oak, south on Granville, south on Knight, trying to get to those respective Richmond-Vancouver connections, so heads up there. And you're busy right now north and south towards the Massey Tunnel as well, so give yourself time through Delta into Richmond and back again. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back from that break, we're going to update you with all the major routes around Metro Vancouver. We'll find out some more incidents around town to tell you about, and we'll see what's going on out there as you make your way home today on this kind of cloudy Wednesday. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every afternoon at 3 p.m. here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. Thanks for joining me on Twitch. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Hold tight. All right, we are back here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. Thank you very much for being here. I am Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Thanks for being here. Have I said that yet? I've said that a few times already. I'm going to say it again. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you for all being here, not only here on Twitch, but also on YouTube as we simulcast Road Traffic every day at 3 p.m. On YouTube and Twitch. Don't you dare miss it. Multiple ways to get your afternoon drive home. Out and about. I'll work on that. I promise. Right now, what we got going on are just congestion delays, which is good here in the 4 o'clock hour. We did have a brief crash on Highway 1 eastbound before Gallardi Way. That had the right lane blocked off. That one, though, is no longer there and cleared. Damage was almost done. You're not that bad right now. You're still slow from before Mountain Highway, right across the Ironworkers, through the Cassiar Tunnel, and all the way to pretty much Sprott and City after that through the Burnaby Lake extension to Vancouver, but that's about it. What do you realize there? Cool, dude. So watch out for that. That's all just congestion at this point. And it's very, very busy on the Fraser Highway today through Surrey, basically both ways from 148th up towards the Langley Bypass. That's all congestion and construction as well. So yikes. Watch out for that big slowdown. Big delays in the Surrey Fleetwood area, 152 South, 88th Avenue West, 160th South. Lots of heavy traffic right now as you make your way through these areas through Surrey. So give yourself plenty of extra time. Oh, you've resubscribed! 8 months! There has been no Spence Diamond trash talk in the afternoon. You're absolutely right. So I might have to change soon. I'm down on my Spence Diamonds lower though. I think I heard at one point that what's her name came back, Susan or Sarah, whoever it was, and I think they kicked out the mean old Scottish lady. There you go. That's my latest lore. Oh, cool, dude. Thank you so much for the Prime. Cool, dude. Subscribe via Prime on Twitch. They get one free Twitch subscription a month, so you too can use that as well. And on your favorite small streamer. Thank you very much, cool dude. Much appreciated. All right, happening now. Right now. That's right. Happening right now. I do believe that the Panthers and Maple Leafs are just starting up at Game 2 in the NHL final, or NHL playoffs. Panthers down 1-0 to the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs riding high. Just the Stars Game 1 tonight, 6:30. Also tomorrow, Caps and Hurricanes, with Carolina leading 1-0. And Edmonton versus the Golden Knights tomorrow as well. Edmonton taking their first game of the series, 4-2 in Las Vegas, leading 1-0. One of my biggest fears is Edmonton and Toronto appearing in the Stanley Cup final. That won't happen. Anything associated with my biggest fears hasn't gone on today, has it? No? Nothing? Nothing? Nothing. Utah, by the way. Looks like their team name has come to fruition. Like the Utah are going to be the Mammoth. Utah Mammoth. Hey, Mammoth! There we go. Utah Mammoth. I'm glad they're not the Yeti. Honestly. Alright, there we go. Alright, so far so good. No incidents to report on the major routes. Just lots of congestion delays around Metro Vancouver right now. So let's get into it at the moment. Let's go to the upper levels highway out of West Vancouver. Both directions, not too bad between Taylor Way and Horseshoe Bay and back again. In fact, between Taylor Way and looks like now Lynn Valley Road, you guys are good to go both directions on the upper levels highway. as well. If you're coming down the cut, you guys are steady at this point from just around William Avenue, getting heavy near Mountain Highway, and that will continue all the way across the Ironworkers, through the Castle Yard Tunnel, through Vancouver, into Burnaby, right past Willingdon, right towards Douglas Road or so. And then after that, you're steady on Highway 1 all the way through the Burnaby Lake stretch, right in towards North Road. So be aware of that delay. That is all just congestion at this point. Lionsgate, no problems northbound across the Ironworkers. Lionsgate traffic right now, looks like both directions around the Lionsgate Bridge, kind of busy. 2 lanes south now, 1 lane north. They've just flipped the counterflow here, and both sides are busy at this point. Traffic out of Marine Drive, okay, out of North Vancouver, busy around the Cloverleaf. Eastbound Marine Drive, still slow from Park Rail, and Taylor Way coming down the hill, still kind of busy from Keith Road, so watch out for that. Steady southbound across the Ironworkers and northbound to the Stanley Park Causeway. They must have just flipped this here. Westbound traffic on Georgia quickly lined up, though, from just around, call that Butte, right to that Stanley Park Causeway. Downtown traffic, a little bit, actually not too bad along Burrard or Granville Street bridges. Cabby Street bridge has that roadwork affecting both directions there, so watch out for that one as you travel through. 8 months, cool, dude. Thank you very much. That's awesome. All right, let's go right through Vancouver right now. Southbound routes, Granville and Oak. Granville sucks. Oak is not great, but better than Granville. It's busy from 57 down to 70th. Cambie's okay southbound, a little bit busy near 41st, but that's about it. Main Street's busy between 41st and 49th, as is Fraser. Knight's busy southbound right now between 49th and basically Metro Island onto the Knight Street Bridge, and that's all due to the roadwork there. Between 61st and 63rd, northbound also across the Knight Street Bridge is affected by this roadwork, and you guys are lining up here from north of the 91, essentially all the way up to 57th Avenue, so pretty busy there as well. Appreciate you. The Oak Street Bridge suspiciously fine off the 99, and once you get out of the Marple stretch, you're good. You're steady both ways across the Yard to Lang, so heads up there. Westbound routes through Vancouver right now, my suggestion would be Hastings at this point. It's not too bad through Vancouver. You do get busy through Burnaby on Hastings right now, especially between Springer and, oh my god, the Barnett Highway. It's a long, steady line there, so watch out. Low Heat Highway through Burnaby is a heavy, steady line out of Vancouver, in fact, off of Broadway, down that hill, past the Bonsai Tree Shop, all the way down. Brett's still there, right? All the way down pretty much up towards Holdham Avenue, so watch out for that. Then the Low Heat Highway is busy out of Burnaby between basically Sperling and Bainbridge, then again between Underhill and Gallardy, and then through Coquitlam, you're steady between Brunette. Actually, not too bad, actually, through Brunette and towards Schoolhouse. You are still a little bit busy, though, from just around United all the way up to Como Lake, and as you approach the Coquitlam Center, so heads up there. The Low Heat Highway through Poco busy both ways between the Pitt Bridge and Coquitlam Center, so watch out. The Maryhill bypass through Poco is busy eastbound right now. Out of Coquitlam towards Shaughnessy, and then steady through the light systems all the way to Kingsway. Westbound is actually busier than eastbound on the Maryhill bypass as you make your way down that hill towards Shaughnessy. We jump all the way back to the Massey Tunnel. Southbound on the 99, busy from Blundell into the Tube. That's with 3 lanes. 1 lane northbound, you guys are steady from the 17A. Southbound Massey Tunnel continues volume through the Tube, past the 17A, past the 17, and then steady past 80th. And then after that, you're steady again from the 91 all the way down in towards King George. So watch out for delays along the 99. I bet it's raining down there. That would make sense, that everybody's slowing down like that it's raining down there. Is that what's going on? Must be, no. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at 2:32. It's not raining. It looks like it's cloudy, but it doesn't look like it's raining. It looks beautiful out there, actually. This is a shot I'm looking at right now, the 99 near King George. That does actually look pretty beautiful. Not gonna lie. Like those clouds. Get out of here. Like those clouds. Alright, anyway. So watch out for congestion delays on the 99 south at this point. No problems across the Alex Fraser Bridge in either direction. You look good. Looks like the 91A northbound off the Queensboro landing is kind of steady from the pedestrian overpass and heavy. Just before you get to the Howes off-ramp, right to the Howes on-ramp. City north across the span, not too bad. Southbound, Marineway out of Burnaby, still backing up from Burn Road to the Queensboro Bridge. That's eastbound. Westbound slow here from before 5th, all the way to the Cloverleaf off of Stewartson. So watch out on New Westminster. And 10th Avenue still backing up. Pardon me. 10th Avenue is backing up westbound from 18th to 20th. That's some steady volume. Heavy volume off of Southbridge from underneath the, by the SkyTrain depot all the way to 20th. And Griffiths is slow before 20th. All the way down the hill on 20th, right to Stewartson. Stewartson Way westbound is backing up here from just around, we'll call that between 3rd and 5th. So heads up there. So lots of delays around the Queensboro Bridge at both sides. Be prepared. Royal Avenue, pretty busy both directions at this point between 10th Street and Maryvale, so watch out through downtown New Westminster, also through downtown New Westminster and Columbia, steady eastbound approaching 4th, but that's about it. Biggest delay on front would be right now from underneath the Patillo Bridge to that East Columbia split. East Columbia is busy right now from the Front Street split all the way pretty much up in towards the Sapperton Triangle, right at the north side there, so watch out. Breda Burnett still busy as well. Patillo's fine off the Surrey side, not too bad on the bridge deck. McBride's southbound is pretty busy off of 10th Avenue all the way through Queen's Park too, so watch out for that delay as well. The Pitt River Bridge traffic is moving well both directions. No real issues here. You do have some eastbound delays off the Pitt River Bridge's east end, passing Duty Trunk, then heavy volume after that. All the heavy, steady volume all the way through Pitt Meadows into Maple Ridge, all the way pretty much up towards 216th. Lots of busy traffic as everybody makes their way home today. Westbound slow through the lights between 216th and all the way to Harris Road, and that's all pretty normal stuff through Maple Ridge into Pitt Meadows. Very busy north across the Queensboro Bridge, or the what bridge is that? Golden Ears Bridge today. That's due to road work and get pretty heavy here from north of Airport Way, pretty much up onto Duty Trunk, which continues all the way up to 203rd, and then after that, steady through downtown New Westminster between 224th and 232. So watch out for that slowdown as well. Haiti Bypass, busy eastbound right now off the Lougheed Highway all the way to the museum, and after that, you're fine onto the Lougheed here. Not too bad through Albion, still heavy eastbound through Wannick into Ruskin with the road expansion, so watch out. No issues through Silverdale, no big issues through Mission, just volume delays approaching Wren eastbound and Murray Street westbound, so be prepared. No southbound delays across the Mission Bridge. Northbound traffic from Matsui to Mission is pretty heavy and steady, all thanks to the temporary plates at both sides of the bridge and all the congestion as you make your way north towards Lougheed Highway. Not too bad through Abbotsford right now. Everything looks pretty normal to me through Abbotsford. Traffic sucks through Langley on the Fraser Highway near 248th, and then again from the Langley bypass into Surrey all the way to the Green Timber stretch and back again, so that's kind of garbage, so watch out for that delay there. Highway 1 eastbound, steady across the Port Mann Bridge to Coquitlam into Surrey, steady through Surrey from before 192nd into Langley, which will continue essentially all the way up into the Bradner area, all thanks to the road expansion. And then again through Abbotsford, you're busy, basically from McCallum all the way up to pretty much Cole Road. That's all road expansion traffic there. Westbound, struggling through Abbotsford and Langley, all thanks to that road expansion, so give yourself time through those areas. .30 is reporting a police incident on 99th at 128th affecting all directions, so be aware of that delay through Surrey as well. Having a look on the out-of-town highways, got some weather warnings for the out-of-town highways. In fact, 1, 2, 3 highway alerts. Highway 3, Hope to Princeton via the Alston Pass. Snowfall expected tonight into Thursday morning. Highway 5, the Coquihalla Highway, Hope to Merritt. Snowfall expected from now until tomorrow morning. Okanagan Connector, Merritt to Kelowna. Snowfall warning in effect, affecting traffic there. So hopefully your winter tires are still on your vehicle, although I'm sure a lot of you rushed off to the tire store on April 30th to get those changed, right? Right. Heads up on the out-of-town highway. Some snow might be slowing you down a little bit from now until tomorrow morning. BC ferries. Most of the boats are okay for now for the BC ferries. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale is where we'll start first. Their 420 run at 97% sold. Their 530 sailing is only a quarter full. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay, next sailing is going to be at 525. That is still well under half full at this point. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay, next sailing. That one is going to be at 635. That's 51% sold. Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay, 555 sailing is at 83% for now. Moving off to Tawasin. Tawasin to Duke Point, next sailing is going to be sold out at 545. They're 815 at 68%. Looks like the Duke Point to Tawasin next sailing is going to be at 545. That's 91% sold. They're 815 at 59% for now. Tawasin to Swartz Bay. Next sailing off to Victoria will be at 5 o'clock. It's sold out. 7 o'clock at 93%. Swartz Bay to Tawasin next sailing is at 5 o'clock. That one's sold out. They're 7 o'clock at 92% for now. Well, in terms of border traffic, it is busy southbound at the Peace Arch crossing right now. You guys have been like this all day today, lined up almost just past the duty free. That's about a 40 to 45 minute wait southbound. So watch out for this if you're traveling south at the line there. Northbound Peace Arch crossing, about a 10 to 15 minute wait. Now, if you're in the back of that Peace Arch lineup and you're listening to my voice right now, then you glance over to your spouse and your spouse is giving you that look like, you know what, I did tell you about the Pack Highway crossing. You insisted on the Peace Arch crossing. They're giving you that look of triumph right now because they were right. You were wrong. Pack Highway crossing southbound at this point, that's a 5 to 10 minute wait. Northbound's also 5 to 10 minutes. Alder Grove north and south, 5 to 10 minutes. Sumas north and south, both 5 to 10 minutes as well. The Pack Highway commercial vehicles southbound, that's about a 10-minute wait. Northbound commercial travelers, about 35 to 40 minutes. Border wait times, though, they are estimates, my friends. They change all the time. I am used to that look. I'm often wrong. Used to the look, I'm used to the size. Just what happens sometimes. Just what happens sometimes. All right. That was the border. Right now on the highways, we just have congestion delays. You're getting much better down the cut at this point. You guys are busy here still from Mountain Highway down onto the Ironworkers and still heavy east through the Cassiar Tunnel into Vancouver into Burnaby. But even this traffic is getting better at this point. Still busy westbound right now on the Berryhill Bypass approaching Shaughnessy. Eastbound on the Lougheed through Coquitlam still busy. From the Cape Horn essentially all the way to Como Lake. So watch for that delay as well. And busy on the Lougheed through Pitt Meadows into Maple Ridge right now. And that's everybody just going home. Anything that I've missed, anything new for us, you know what to do. Hit us up via the socials, of course, on X or Twitch. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I love the size. I think it's because I'm a masochist. Love the size. The looks. Happens. All right, let's get into the weather update. That's exactly what it means. Your jokes land. Tonight, looks like we have a chance of showers this evening with a risk of a thunderstorm as well. Lows down to 9, except 6 degrees inland. Thursday, we get a mix of sun and cloud with highs of 13 near the water, 16 degrees inland on Thursday. Friday, looks like clouds, the highs of 18 degrees inland there. Clouds for Saturday, highs of 16 degrees. Clouds for Sunday, highs of 15. A chance of showers for Monday, highs up to 15 degrees. Right now, outside YVR, it's mostly cloudy. And 17 degrees. All right. No stalls, no crashes reported on the major routes. We have a police incident affecting the intersection at 99th Avenue at 128th in Surrey. And 99th at 128th in Surrey. And yeah, do see some north and southbound delays through this area, so watch out for that one if you're traveling around the Surrey Delta border, my friends. All right, everything else around Metro Vancouver seems like just congestion delays for the moment. So at this 4:20, we're going to take a bit of a break here. When we come back from that break, we're going to see what's going on with those major routes once again. Right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver, I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon right here on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you very much for following and joining today. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned for more after this. All right, I'm back. Hello. Thanks for joining us here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries. Programming note: we'll be halting this train in about 40 minutes here due to Jeffries putting on his other hat, and that would be the dad hat. Yep, there we go. It always makes me think I should start the traffic a little bit sooner at like 2 o'clock so we get you all ready for like the 3 o'clock hour. Well, think about it. Think about it. We're still like a week and a half into this operation. Got some stuff to work out, you know? Right now, don't know why I'm there. I should be here. Right now, I don't have any stalls or crashes reported on the major routes right now. There's a crash icon that's popped up here on Grandview Highway eastbound after Boundary. That could just be congestion, though. We'll keep our eye on that one, though. Nothing on the socials as of yet, though. You are getting much better on the upper levels highway between basically Lynn Valley Road and Horseshoe Bay and back again. Everything is mostly cleared up there on the upper levels, so that's good news. Still a little bit steady down the cut and busy across the Ironworkers and heavy through the Castle Yard Tunnel into the Burnaby Lake stretch on Highway 1 East. But like I said, getting better. Still busy both ways around the Knight Street Bridge. Still busy south on Oak into the Marpole stretch near 70th thanks to road work. And still busy on Granville. Essentially from the Granville Street Bridge down to 70th and back again thanks to all the congestion and everybody using Granville. So be aware of that delay as well. 99 southbound has been steady all day despite 3 lanes out of Richmond into Delta from Westminster Highway all the way pretty much up towards 80th Street in Delta along the 99 south. In fact, the closer you get to 80th Street, the busier it gets. So heads up as you travel through that area as well. Everything else just congestion delays. Of course, if we missed anything, you know what to do, my friends. You can hit us up via the web. We're all over the web. YouTube, we're on X, we're on Twitch. Make yourself known. Join the conversation right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. All right, let's get into the major route report. We'll start off with the upper levels highway, where I did mention that it's pretty damn good now between Lynn Valley Road and Horseshoe Bay and back again. No real big issues right now on the upper levels. Lionsgate Bridge isn't that bad either anymore. Still busy right now off the North Shore, mainly because of the lane configuration, 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. So Marine Drive east and west, pretty busy approaching the Cloverleaf. Eastbound from Cap, westbound from before Taylorway. Taylorway coming down the hill, busy from Inglewood, up the hill a little bit slow, approaching Highway 99, or Highway 1 as well. So heads up there. Lionsgate South is fine once you're on the deck. Everybody moving pretty good through the causeway. Westbound traffic and northbound through the causeway, not too bad. And looks like Georgia Street, both directions, still kind of busy from Lost Lagoon up towards like, call that Seymour and back again, but I'm pretty sure that's just traffic downtown at this point. Now, downtown bridges, Canby Street Bridge is steady southbound leaving town thanks to their road work. Granville Street Bridge is all right. Burrard Street Bridge pretty heavy southbound thanks to lights at Cornwall. So watch out for that delay as well. And looks like we got a brand new problem in Vancouver, 2nd Avenue at Manitoba Street. Eastbound looks like they're affected pretty heavy from Alberta, so watch out for that one as you make your way through that part of Vancouver. All right, let's go back to the North Shore, right around the Ironworkers traffic. Ironworkers, as mentioned, busy from basically the Lynn Creek Bridge down on the bridge deck, and then pretty busy as well on Highway 1 through Vancouver into Burnaby, so be prepared to see some delays still along Hastings Street eastbound. Pockets of volume from Clark up to Renfrew. Watch out for that through Vancouver. You're also busy right now along Terminal Avenue leading on to First, which goes all the way up to Rupert, so be aware of that. Broadway is still very busy as well through Vancouver into Burnaby onto the Lougheed Highway, and you're still very busy along 12th Avenue, pretty much from Oak all the way up to Maine, and then again from Clark leading on to Grandview Highway, which will continue all the way passing Boundary, with even a problem right now on Grandview Highway eastbound after Boundary. Watch out for that slowdown as well. Not the best along Kingsway from Mount Pleasant to Metrotown and back again. Not the best right now along 41st east through Kerrisdale, or both directions right now between Knight Street and we'll call that Clarendon. So watch out for that along 41st. Southbound traffic right now in Granville, as mentioned, from the Granville Street Bridge all the way to the Arts and Lang, not the greatest. In fact, busy through every single light system. Northbound traffic is as well. Oak's a little bit better than Granville right now, southbound. And a little bit busy right now as you approach King Edward. And then again, your 41st, and especially heavy from 57th down to 70th. But that's all just congestion delays as well. Cambie's busy near 41st, and then again northbound and making your way towards the Cambie Street Bridge, but that's expected. Main Street's busy right now, essentially from, we'll call that 33rd down towards like 57th. Fraser's busy between 41st and 49th Avenue, and Knight Street's very busy north and south right now between Southeast Marine and 49th Avenue. And lots of that due to road work, so watch out for that delay as they're doing some work and some lane closures here, closing it off between 63rd and 61st Avenue. Southeast Marine Drive westbound, oh my goodness, backed up to Elliott, eastbound slow from Fraser Street. Knight Street's pretty heavy and steady both directions thanks to that road work at the north side of the bridge, so watch out for that. East-west connector eastbound is pretty busy right now from 5 Road and Jacobs all the way pretty much up to just past 7 Road. That's all just congestion. Eastbound traffic busy from Westminster Highway all the way to 6th Road, and that's all just congestion as well. Once you're through the Marple stretch in Vancouver on Oak, you're fine both ways across the Oak Street Bridge. No issues. Arthur Lang Bridge is steady both directions, so heads up there as well. Massey Tunnel southbound 99, pretty steady from Westminster, heavy from Blundell into the Tube despite 3 lanes. And then you're heavy through Delta right now, the 99 south all the way up towards 80th Street. And then steady after that, pretty much from before the 91 down towards Mud Bay. So lots of delay on the 99 south, so watch out for that. Northbound 99, despite your 1 lane to the Massey Tunnel, only lining up at a Delta from the 17A. Alex Fraser's good southbound, no problems right now out of Richmond into Delta. Northbound's a little bit steady thanks to, I guess, the merge traffic near Nordale as you're steady here from 72nd up onto the bridge, so watch out. I have delays in Burnaby on Marine Way towards the Queensboro Bridge from Burn, on Surgeon Way westbound from the Paper Mill, and 28th down the hill off of 10th Avenue. 91A northbound's backing up towards the Queensboro from just around the Paper Mill. Still busy through New Westminster at the Burnaby border on 10th Avenue, both ways near Canada Way. So watch out for that. 8th Avenue near 8th Street, 6th Avenue near 8th Street, all 4 directions busy there. Busy on Royal Avenue, both ways between 3rd and Stewartson. So watch out for that through downtown New West and Columbia through downtown New West. Heavy and steady essentially between the Patillo Bridge and the New West SkyTrain station. Front Street's busy westbound right now from the Patillo Bridge all the way passing Begbie onto Stewartson. Eastbound traffic right now steady from before the train tracks, heavy from the Patillo Bridge all the way onto East Columbia into Sapperton. Hastings Street busy through Burnaby right now from the Cassiar connector all the way up towards Sperling. The closer you get to Sperling, the busier it gets, and that lineup actually lines up at Delta. Very busy on the low-heat highway off Broadway in Vancouver, passing Boundary, and that will go all the way up towards Holdham Avenue, so watch out for that big delay. You also have slowdowns on the low-heat eastbound from basically Lake City up towards Gallardi, and then again through Coquitlam, you're busy eastbound from off of the Cape Horn going all the way up to Pitt River Road, and then again near Como Lake, so watch out for those eastbound delays still on the low-heat. Both directions through Poco still pretty busy between the Coquitlam Center and the Pitt River Bridge, and it looks to me like things are a little bit busy right now on the Maryhill bypass, both ways approaching Shaughnessy. In fact, it looks like westbound's busier than eastbound at this point. Heads up. Patella's fine, right? Patella's fine. Busy up at Bright southbound on New West from 8th Avenue. There you go. Queensboro traffic, or Pitt River Bridge traffic, eastbound delays out of Port Coquitlam into Pitt Meadows, and then you have some pretty heavy eastbound delays from Old Doody Trunk going all the way into Maple Ridge, right up to essentially 216th here, guys. So a long, steady crawl still from Pitt Meadows to Maple Ridge. Watch out. Westbound delays steady through the light system from 203rd to Old Doody Trunk. It's very busy right now on Golden Ears Way, northbound, off the Golden Ears Bridge from the south end, getting pretty heavy from now north of Airport Way, right up onto Golden Ears Way, right to 210th. Busy right now off of the Doodney Trunk off ramp and Maple Meadows Way all the way up towards 203rd, and then steady after that all the way towards downtown Maple Ridge, where you're pretty slow between 223rd and 232nd. Yikes. Low heat highway busy right now out of Maple Ridge into Pitt Meadows, as mentioned. It's very busy right now, both directions on the Haney bypass at the west end, so heads up there. Low heat through Wannock into Albion is pretty steady and heavy both directions. You're okay through Silverdale. You're getting better through Mission, but it's still very busy northbound on Highway 11 across the Mission Bridge. From south of Harris Road all the way up on towards the London Avenue overpass and near the Cedar Valley Connector. Eastbound traffic on Harris Road is busy from Ross all the way up to Mount Lehman, so watch out for that through Abbotsford. Highway 1 traffic is pretty busy both directions. Eastbound's pretty heavy, almost steady in pockets, I should say, from the east end of the Port Mann Bridge right up to 200th, then heavy and steady eastbound from just after 208th going all the way up into the Bradner Rest area due to the road expansion and congestion. Westbound delays through Bradner into Langley. That's all due to the road expansion as well. All right, out-of-town highways right now. We are dealing with snow on the out-of-town highways right now. Yes, absolutely we are. Highway 3, Highway 5, the 97C, all of it getting snow at their summits tonight, all three of them, from now until Thursday morning. So if you're traveling on the out-of-town highways, be aware, my friends, be aware. All right, as of 2 minutes ago, there was a police incident westbound East Burnett in the right lane, and then as of 48 seconds ago, that's been cleared. So there we go. That's good news. There we go. That's good news. All right. BC ferry conditions. Looking at the BC ferries right now. We'll start off with the Tawasin to Swartz Bay run. They're 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock sailing, both spoken for. They're 9 o'clock at 78% sold. Swartz Bay to Tawasin, 5 o'clock sold out. They're 7 o'clock at 96% sold. Busy, busy. Tawasin to get your reservations, my friends. Tawasin to Duke Point, next boat. That one will be at 5:45. It's sold out. The 8:15 at 2/3. Duke Point to Tawasin, 5:45 run sold out. They're 8:15, also 2/3 full for now. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale? Yeah, sure. Horseshoe Bay to Langdale. Next sailing is supposed to be 4:20. That one's 13 minutes behind schedule. I think they're going to be about 20 minutes behind schedule. They're 97% sold. The 5:30 at 30%. So all those boats are going to be behind today. Langdale to Horseshoe Bay. Next sailing is going to be 5:25. That one's at 44% for now. Horseshoe Bay to Departure Bay. Next sailing off to Nanaimo that way will be at 6:35 at 55%. Looks like the Departure Bay to Horseshoe Bay next sailing is going to be at 5:55. That sailing at 88% sold for now. Lots of congestion delays around Metro Vancouver for the moment, so give yourself time towards your destination. If you're heading down to south across the line, it's been busy southbound at the Peace Arch all day today. I've been saying 45 minutes all day. It's still a 45-minute wait. I'm sure the line has moved, but everybody just keeps going to the Peace Arch crossing. Southbound, about a 45-minute wait. Nexus line's 5 to 10. Northbound Peace Arch, about a 10-minute wait. Pack highway vehicles right now, the general purpose travelers anyway, but a 10 to 15-minute wait southbound. Northbound's 5 to 10. All the go north and south 5 to 10. Sumas north and south 5 to 10 minutes. Pack highway commercial vehicles southbound. No waits. Northbound commercial travelers, about 15 to 20 minutes. Border wait times are estimates. They change. Right, well, no stalls, no crashes on the major routes, just residual volume delays as our afternoon commute wraps up here. So what we're going to do right now, my friends, is we're going to let it wrap up a little bit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick couple of minutes break. Actually, I'm way early for it. You know what? We'll still do it anyway. We'll take a quick couple of minute break. When we come back, we're going to do that major route report once again. Please stay tuned. We'll be back with more just after the... Oh, wait, no, I haven't. No, I can't do this yet. I haven't done the weather yet. Have I done the weather yet? I have not done the weather yet. We'll take a break after I do the weather, right? Right. Tonight, partly cloudy skies tonight. There is a small chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms this evening as well. It gets windy too. Lows down to 9 except 6 degrees inland. Mix of sun and cloud for Thursday, though. Highs of 13 near the water, 16 degrees inland. Friday looks like just clouds. Saturday looks like just clouds. Sunday looks like just clouds. And looks like Monday... clouds and a chance of showers with highs up to 15. Right now, outside YVR, it is, looks like partly cloudy skies and 17 degrees. All right, no stalls or crashes on the major routes, at least reported. There might be something going on West 2nd Avenue in Vancouver near Manitoba Street. I'm seeing some east and westbound delays through that area. Just because there's no stalls or crashes on the major routes doesn't mean it's still busy in most areas of Vancouver, especially leaving Vancouver right now on routes like Hastings and First Avenue, Broadway, and Grandview Highway. Give yourself lots of extra time through this area. Busy right now on Highway 1 at this point, coming down the cut from Mountain Highway all the way across the Ironworkers through the Castiar Tunnel, through Vancouver and into Burnaby, to all the way to just around Kensington, and then pretty slow through the Burnaby Lake stretch towards Coquitlam. It gets a little bit better after that as people start to filter on their way home here. So that is fantastic news. If I've missed anything, like I said, hit us up on the ways to reach us. That would be YouTube on the chat box. That would be on Twitch on their chat box. You can find us on X as well. Our name is Rove Traffic Vancouver. We're at Twitch Traffic Vancouver, though. So just keep that in mind. If you're making your way on the internet and the information highway, that is where we are. All right, I'm Jeff Jeffries. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back from that break, what we're going to do is we're going to see what's going on with the incidents and major routes around Metro Vancouver as we get in towards the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to Rove Traffic Vancouver. I'm Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button on Twitch. You can subscribe on YouTube. Get those numbers up. We need those numbers up. I'll take a break. Come back with more. After this, please hold tight. All right, welcome back. I am Jeff Jeffries, your guide to the Metro Vancouver afternoon commute every weekday afternoon right here on Rove Traffic Vancouver. Remember, all roads in Metro Vancouver lead to Rove. So don't forget to catch us every weekday afternoon at 3 p.m. Don't forget to catch us every morning as well, sometimes starting between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. We'll do the RP thing. If you missed it today, I missed some hell of some RP today. Very good story today, if you missed it today. Special thanks once again goes out to Nina for really helping this storyline along. It has been absolute joy to RP this storyline with Nina over the last week or so. So there we go. Thank you very much to her. I hope we have not given her too much to worry about there. Anyway, that's all maybe coming up a bit tomorrow. I might even go to ASA tomorrow, actually. Give it some time to breathe. Or maybe not. Maybe just go right away. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. That's all tomorrow. Right now, throughout Metro Vancouver, we have a look at the traffic. Right now, throughout Metro Vancouver, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Everybody doing pretty good around Metro Vancouver. No big incidents to report. Even the volume delays right now starting to wind up a little bit. It's still very busy right now on Hastings through Burnaby from Delta Avenue to the Barnett Highway. And that's kind of unusual to me. That one doesn't often happen like that, but I'm assuming it's just all the lights through this stretch. So be aware of that one if you're making your way eastbound through that area. Other delays out there right now through Vancouver on Highway 1. You're kind of busy off the North Shore from Mountain Highway across the Ironworkers to the Cassiar Tunnel all the way to Burnaby, but this is all just congestion at this point. Still busy at the north side of the Queensboro Bridge. Stewartson Way westbound, backed up from 5th. Eastbound traffic out of Marine Way out of Burnaby, backed up from Burn Road. 28th down the hill, so off at 10th and Southridge, so yikes. Watch out for that delay trying to get towards the Queensboro Bridge. Alex Fraser's eased up. Still busy north and south of the Massey Tunnel, even despite the lane configuration right now through the tube. Southbound is still steady out of Richmond from just around Westminster Highway, so heads up through that area, and everything else around town looks like just your typical afternoon congestion. Of course, if I've missed anything, if there's anything new for us, you know what to do, my friends. You can hit us up via the socials on X or YouTube or Twitch, any of it. It's all good. All right, let's get into the major route report right now then. As I should probably stop reading the social media sites here. Actually, I should probably read this. There's a crash on 100th Avenue at 128th, southbound 128th, and northbound traffic partially blocked off here, so watch out for that 128th. Just around 100th Avenue. Looks like, yeah, there it is. North and southbound traffic partially blocked off. Watch out for that one. If you're traveling through the area, okay. That's their cue to go to the Upper Levels Highway out of West Van and North Van right now. In fact, between Mountain Highway and Horseshoe Bay and back again, everything good to go right now on the Upper Levels Highway and down the cut. Now, you are busy from Mountain Highway onto the Ironworkers, but that's all just congestion at this point. Up the cut is fine, like I said. Lionsgate traffic at this point right now looks to me like you are 2 lanes north, 1 lane south. Southbound traffic is affected out of North and West Vancouver on Marine Drive, so watch out and steady all the way across the Ironworkers into the Stanley Park Causeway. No delays northbound to the Causeway, and still a little bit busy westbound on Georgia, though. You guys are backing up pretty much from the Art Gallery all the way up towards Denman, so watch out for that as you're traveling on that stretch of Georgia. Let's see here. Let's see. Did the Ironworkers? Yeah, the Ironworkers steady both directions at this point, so watch out for that. Downtown bridges, Burrard and Granville are fine. Canby Street Bridge steady both ways thanks to their roadwork, so watch out. And there's a possible crash on West 2nd Avenue at Manitoba affecting both east and west, so heads up there. Still busy on Granville South all the way to the Arthur Lang Bridge. Still busy on Oak Street southbound right now between 57th and 70th, so heads up there. Canby still busy southbound between 41st and 45th. Main Street still busy southbound between 41st and 49th, and you got delays along Fraser near 41st and 49th as well, so watch out. And there's roadwork on Knight Street between 61st and 63rd Avenue. That does affect traffic on Knight both directions, and it does affect traffic on Southeast Marine Drive east and west both ways, and the Knight Street Bridge both ways. And that's causing a huge ripple effect, so watch yourself as you make your way through those areas. Yikes. The Oak Street Bridge is fine. The Arthur Lang Bridge is steady both ways, and looks like the Knight Street Bridge is, like I said, heavy both directions. Let's just continue on to Richmond. East-West Connector eastbound busy right now from just, we'll call that just after 5 Road, going all the way up to just before 7 Road. Westbound delays right now from before Westminster Highway all the way up past 7 Road, but this is all just congestion on the East-West Connector. It's been a busy day today for the Massey Tunnel southbound 99 lining up from Blundell steadily through to the tube, all the way pretty much into Delta, right up towards 80th Street, and then again you're busy on the 99 from Ladder Trunk towards the 91. Northbound traffic on the 99 is pretty good into the tube, just slow from north of the 17A, but that seems to be about it. Alex Fraser Bridge has been behaving itself all day, still good right now, no problems across the Alex Fraser whatsoever. Busy on the 91 in Delta though, southbound from north of Highway 10 up towards the 99, but that's all just congestion. Queensboro traffic still busy on the 91A northbound from the pedestrian overpass up onto the Queensboro deck, so watch out for that. Marineway eastbound backing up from Byrne. Marineway westbound slow here from just around, we'll call that 3rd Avenue, so heads up there. 28th down the hill still backing up on 10th and Southridge. 10th Avenue still busy both directions as well between between McBride and Canada Way, no, McBride and Kingsway. Busy on 8th Avenue eastbound approaching 8th, busy on 8th Street northbound from 5th Avenue up towards 10th Avenue, and busy on Royal Avenue both directions here between 2nd Street and Stewartson, and that's all just congestion as well. Busy on Columbia eastbound as you make your way towards McBride, and it'll continue to the Front Street split. Front Street's backing up from the Pier Park onto East Columbia, which will continue all the way through Sapperton. McBride southbound still slow from 8th down through Queen's Park onto the Patello, but once you're on the Patello, things are fine in both directions. Not that bad on the Surrey side of the Patello, a bit busy on Scott Road south from the train tracks going all the way up to Tannery. Eastbound Highway 17 slow in pockets from before Tannery all the way to Bridgeview, so watch out for that slow down on the Surrey side of the Patello, but at least the Patello on the span is fine. Traffic right now on Hastings Street, busy out of Burnaby right now from before Boundary all the way to Delta, then after Delta just solid all the way to the Barnett Highway. That might be road work, so watch out. It's very busy on the Lougheed Highway through Burnaby, eastbound right now between Boundary and Holdham, then again as you make your way towards Bainbridge, and then again between Underhill and Gallardy, so heads up there. More eastbound delays through Coquitlam on Lougheed Highway off the Cape Horn going all the way pretty much up to just around Dewdney Trunk, so watch out for that through Coquitlam. Some westbound delays as you approach United, but those are minor. East and westbound delays on the Lougheed through Poco from the Pitt Bridge, Coquitlam Center and back again, so watch out for those big slowdowns. Maryhill bypass busy eastbound off of Highway 1 towards the Coquitlam River Bridge, and steady after that. Essentially all the way to Kingsway eastbound. Westbound's heavy approaching Broadway, heavy approaching Shaughnessy. Watch out for delays on the Maryhill bypass through Port Coquitlam. Pitt River Bridge getting better, still busy eastbound of the east end into Pitt Meadows, passing Old Dewdney Trunk and going all the way into Maple Ridge, right to basically 216th. So Lougheed Highway hasn't eased up any at this point. Westbound traffic through Maple Ridge, busy through the lights between 216th and Harris Road, but mostly fine. Golden Ears Way eastbound, busy right now, coming north off the Golden Ears Bridge, essentially from Port Kells going all the way up towards 210. So it's not getting better there. In fact, it's getting a little bit worse, so watch out. You also have eastbound delays at this point off of Maple Meadows onto Dewdney Trunk towards 207th, and then you have some delays through downtown Maple Ridge between 222 and 232. Haney Bypass is busy eastbound from the Lougheed Highway back to 227th. The Lougheed Highway through Wannock is still steady eastbound through Ruskin. Not too bad through Silverdale on the Lougheed, not too bad through Mission now on the Lougheed. Matsby to Mission still busy on Highway 11 north from south to Harris Road, right up to the under London Avenue overpass, right up towards the Cedar Valley Connector, so delays northbound across the Mission Bridge. Abbotsford traffic is easing up nicely. You do have delays on Highway 1 east and west still through Surrey into Abbotsford and back again, and all that due to highway construction and congestion, so give yourself lots of extra time through the valley. All right, when I started Rove Traffic Vancouver, I didn't actually take into account all the extracurricular activities that me and my kids do. So, we've been running pretty steadily around 2 hours here on Rove Traffic Vancouver for the last couple of days here. And that's pretty much going to continue on until the end of this week. So there we go. Looks like from 3 to 5 p.m. right now is what we're doing as we get sorted with all the, after-school stuff. There we go. So that is, I think, how we're going to call it right now. I do have some other prior commits that we need to get to, so I will get to those right now. I'd like to thank everybody for taking part in the show today. D-Rock was here. We had Cool Dude here as well. And who else was here? Yeah, anybody else? Else here? No, looks like that was just it. So thanks very much for that on Twitch. Thanks for the lurkers out there on YouTube. Appreciate you guys all that much as well. So thanks very much for being here and part of the stream, part of the channel, and part of Rove Traffic Vancouver, your only traffic podcast in Metro Vancouver. Don't you dare miss it. We're back again tomorrow at 3 p.m., so don't you dare miss that. And tomorrow morning around 7 a.m., maybe 8 a.m., back to more of the GTA grind. That is all coming up tomorrow right here on Jeffries Media Channel. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. A special thank you to Cool Dude 45 for resubscribing with Prime. They've done so for 8 months. So thank you very much to Cool Dude for that one. Much appreciated. You too can resubscribe with Prime if you need to. All you got to do is link your Prime account to Twitch. You get that one free Twitch subscription month. You can use that on your favorite small streamer. That is me. All right, I'm going to wrap that up now. I am Jeff Jeffries. We'll see you all again tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. I love you all. Have yourself a great rest of your Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Stay cool, my friends. Peace.